No pitches, please. No pitches. No. No. All right. Hold up with the flashes. Hold up. All right. All right. All right. So, all right, everybody. I called this press conference today. So, I'd like to welcome everybody here. Check in, see how everybody's doing. So, before we get started, I just want to say a few things. Say hi to everybody. Say hello. How you doing? I'm gonna say hi. Who's in the chat? So let's see what's going on here. Excuse me if I'm a little verklempt today. So, actually, before we get started, I'm gonna do the shameless plug. Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. This guy runs on Dunkin'. Sorry for the delay. We had to change the podium up a little bit. Had to remove and change some images and get everything straightened out. So I thank you all for being here today. I appreciate you all. We're gonna go ahead and hold on. Someone's trying to get in touch with me. Yeah, it's Chris Ferreira, my trusted partner. I don't know why he's calling me. I'm in the middle of a press conference, Chris. If you're in the chat, you're gonna have to hold up, buddy. So first, we're gonna say hi to Rorschach, Mr. Rorschach. Welcome for being here today. I appreciate you. And yes, I am Mr. Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, yes. Ray Ryan's in the house. How you doing, buddy? We'll get to all questions in a moment, so please hold off on questions. Say American runs on Dunkin' Donuts. And welcome to the President of Dunkin' Donuts show. Hit those thumbs up, like, and subscribe and share. Absolutely. Even though it's not a question, it's a statement. I appreciate that statement very early in this press conference. So thank you, sir. Thank you. I already said hi to you, Ross Jack, so you can sit down. Questions later. Chris Farias, there's my partner. How you doing, buddy? You already know the lowdown. You got the press release ahead of time, so please don't divulge the information just yet. I will get to that. So everybody just relax, relax. Let's see. Sacktown Mike's in the house. Mike, how you doing, buddy? Long ass phone call last night with you and Jack. Almost 3 o'clock in the morning on my time. Still on the phone with them. Those two should be a comedy show. Jack and Sacktown Mike. Jack is now officially going to be known as Sacktown Mike's personal handler, part-time adult daycare, based on everything I heard about this weekend at Bakersfield. You two guys are awesome together. You guys should be a freaking tag team comedy act because you guys are killing it. There's my other buddy, LV Raider 10, my Thursday night co-host, and on Wednesday nights on the Raider Connection. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here. Well, you got a question? Just ask what the announcement is. We're coming up. We're coming up. Rorschach already said hi to you. Yeah, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Yep, Chris. Yep, hi, Chris. I already said hi to you. Frank Weber, what's up, man? Sorry, Frank, you're on break. I know. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You may have to watch the replay of this news conference in a little bit. I apologize. Uh, ain't got all day. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. PNW Mark, what's up, brother? How you doing? How you doing? Let's see. I gotta pay homage to my press pool here. I need to get started. Jeff only have 6 quarters in this internet. Then get out of Starbucks and go home. Rorschach, you didn't respond with one of my chopped liver. I'm sorry, Rorschach. Did I miss you? I thought I said hi. Hi, Rorschach. How you doing? All right. I see you, big guy. Yep, I'm here. I'm here. Nate. Yep. Sacktown Mike. Yep. Yep. Jeff with the plug. What's up, Marcus? How you doing? How you doing? If you schedule a press conference today, why is Chris, Nate, and Leo not by your side? Because this actually doesn't. This involves me personally. So I'm coming out with some big news today. Piss Tool, dude, that's another fucking awesome name. I fucking love it. Piss Tool, Dixon Carter. I mean, Dixon Carter. God damn it, I say it all the time. Dixon Slider. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Patches, what's up? Baldy. What's it like being bald? It's awesome. I don't have to pay for fucking haircuts. Furpo's in the house. What's up, James? How you doing, brother? Where are we ahead? Navman's here. What's up, Navman? What's going on, brother? How we doing? How we doing? James Furpo with the Raiders. See, I'm doing it. It's daytime. I can do this now. And no, I am not drunk. I am not high on anything. I am just full of excitement, and I feel fucking fantastic today. Let's see where else we got. Navy Vets here. What's up, brother? How you doing? Salute. Thank you, Nav man, for your service. Hey, and Sacktown Mike. All three of you guys are fucking heroes in my eyes. I don't care what anybody says. Let's see. I hope I'm not missing anyone. I know I probably am. I'm trying to get through this so I can get to the bottom of this. I think I got to the bottom of the chat. Yes. Jeffrey Cruz, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I know. I always want to. No, not catheter. Ugh. No, not catheter. So, all right. So everybody's got your notepads out. So, all right. So here's the big announcement. As you can tell, over the last month and a half or so, maybe 2 months, you've noticed some slight changes to some of my social media platforms. Um, you saw me change from doing any Raider boosters to um, 401 Raider Jeff. Um, Anybody that's friends with me on Facebook, you probably already know the story because I did put it out on Facebook. Anybody that's part of the New England Raider Booster Club has seen the post that was put up there this morning by me. Um, so I am letting everybody know. And the reason I'm doing this is because I know I've made a lot of connections to West Coast folks and local Vegas folks to the Raiders organization. Um, not to the organization, but fans of the team and such. And I know week one is the Patriots versus the Raiders here in New England, which is my backyard, or my front yard, or my entire property. Um, and I know I've been talking and trying to hype doing um, a pregame party and a tailgate and everything with the Booster Club. And I know a lot of you guys are planning on coming out here for that game. I am just letting everybody know, effective about 9 a.m. this morning, I have stepped down as the president of the New England Raider Booster Club for personal reasons, health reasons, because of the little bit of a health scare that I went through last week. Turned out to be non-cardiac related, thank God, because I have had, and some of you don't know this yet, but I did have a heart attack in 2017. I have a stent in. So when I get chest pains like I had them on Wednesday, I don't fuck around with that. I go and make sure I get my shit checked out because I don't want any further issues going on. So, with that being said, with some of, if anybody read the notice that I put up or saw it, know that the reasons were because of stress that was induced stress on undue stress because of club related issues. Um, Past regime giving me issues in the on the backside of everything, not necessarily always out in the public view on the Facebook page or Facebook in general, but in text messages, also through other people that are part of the club. Um, I just couldn't take it anymore. It just wasn't worth it. It wasn't fun. The club wasn't fun anymore. It was getting to be more of a extreme heartache and issue. And my wife, as most know, that she stepped up last year as the treasurer of the club. When we were in dire need of a treasurer, she stepped up. Um, and I don't like the way that she's been getting treated either by some members. Um, so it was in the best interest for my own personal health to step down, and probably for the best interest of the club going forward, to be honest with you, because I couldn't see staying in this position, because no matter what I did to move the club forward to try and make it successful, I was getting pushed back no matter what. So to the point where if we planned this spectacular pregame party on a Saturday night before the Raiders Patriots game, and it was the best party that anybody could have put on, no issues, the best party in the history of the Raiders organization, where or Raider fandom, where people came in from all over the country and they had a good time and absolutely everything was perfect and nothing bad happened. Someone would find fault as to why we used these plastic forks from this company instead of the plastic forks from this one. That's how petty some of this stuff ended up getting. So, Chris, why do you keep calling me? What? I'm on live. Aren't you watching? Yeah. Bye. Fucking Christopher Radio. God damn it. I lost my train of thought now. Thanks, Chris. Um, that's how petty some of the stuff got. And it got to a boiling point where I mean, I ended up in 3 days in the hospital, and I made the decision. No one else knew that I was going to be doing this um, while I was in the hospital. I made this decision as early as Thursday last week. I had been kicking this thought around for a little bit now, and it was just I needed something to trigger me to finally say, "Fuck it, I'm done." And this was it. This was the reason I couldn't take it anymore. I don't feel as though I failed. What happened was I was doing what I could to move forward with this. We were years behind on the social media. I got that back up and running. I got that to the forefront. I started the YouTube with the intent that, to help promote the club, which I was doing. I was promoting the club. Anytime you saw me on camera, I had this hat on, or I had my winter hat on, which had the club logo on it. I did everything I could to help promote this club and extend us nationally. I don't care internationally. Yeah, some people know us internationally now too, but I'm talking more on the national level. And we picked up new members in the New England area that were. I picked up members in the New England area, or we picked up members because of the social media platform or footprint that we had come up with here. So we we were trying to move forward, and we were coming from a place of being behind on everything for so long because some people just didn't want to do the social media stuff. I offered to do this a long time ago, not the YouTube thing. The YouTube thing, I came up with that prior to the start of the season. But like the Instagram, the Twitter, we had those, but nobody was putting any effort into it. And there was always getting pushback. So I made the decision that when I finally took over, that this is the direction I'm going to go in. Instead of taking from the members all the time, like pay for this, buy this, give us money for this 50-50, all this stuff. It was time for us to give back to the members. 20 years as a club and as an organization, it was time to give something back to, reward the members for being members. And I was met with opposition all the way. Everything's always worried about money, money, money. And it consumes the club in a negative light. Um, So with that being said, like I said, I finally had it. I stepped down. I am no longer the president of the New England Raider Booster Club. So from here on out, I will be known as 401 Raider Jeff. That will be my screen name for now on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram. That's all going to be changing. So right now it still says the other thing, but it will be switched over to 401 Raider Jeff. So going forward, this will be the name I will be using. Um, I also TikTok too. Sorry, these were all personal social media platforms that I had already had in my original name. I switched them all over into the club name to help build a footprint in social media. So I'm just reverting them all back to back under my name and the name I choose, and that's what it's going to go to. So unfortunately, yeah, they're going to have to start all over with some of this stuff, but this is the direction I'm going. I'm sorry. If I know there's going to be some members that aren't happy with this move I just made by doing this, but again, for first and foremost, it was for my health reasons. I just felt as though the time was right. I needed to make this decision. I know this isn't like a big, breaking news type thing, but a lot of you have known me because of the Booster Club. That's how I was referred to at the start of all this. That's how most of my followers and supporters, like Sacktown Mike, he's known me since being New England Raider Boosters. And Mike, don't feel bad about um, those QR codes you handed out, those cards, because I control that QR code. That QR code is actually paid for by me monthly, so it will still link to all my social media. Um, so it wasn't for a waste. Let's just put it that way. Um, so that's the status of what's going on. Um, it sucks that I had to do this. I didn't want to have to do this, but it needed to be done. Um, I've gotten a lot of support since because I sent the email this morning to the board members, and I waited about an hour, and then I put it on Facebook, on the Facebook group, and then I waited a little bit longer, maybe a couple hours actually. I then sent it a couple hours later to my personal page, because I've got a lot of Raider fan friends on Facebook that aren't part of the Booster Club page, but know me because of the Booster Club and connections that I made, especially through YouTube, and that have friended me since. And they know me through the club affiliation. So I wanted them to be aware, especially because I've been getting a lot of messages on Facebook Messenger, Instagram, Twitter, and everything about about the Patriots Raiders game. So I'm still going to be involved in that. Um, but from a different aspect, because on Friday, this is another decision I made. I became an official member of the Black Hole on Friday. So I am now a Black Hole member. Um, my stuff should actually be coming in today. It said it's going to be delivered today. So I am now a Black Hole member. I will have more information coming up pertaining to that also. I know the Black Hole wants to be involved in doing something out here for the Raiders Patriots game. So we're going to work on that too. So there will be more involved going forward. Um, so as of right now, I'm going to take this off for now because I look at it. It's a chapter of my life that's now closed. It's consumed. It's 18 years that I've been part of this club. The club's been together for 20. So I got in fairly early in the early stages of the club. It was only active for a couple of years before I joined. So it's been a big part of my life. It really has. It's been a big part of my family's life. My wife's been there through the whole thing with me. My son's been a member since he was little. So it's taken a lot of time. I used to host the summer barbecues here at my house until my health started to falter a few years ago, and we had to move it to a different location. So, there's a lot of things that were in the background that people aren't aware of. That the club does. The new. One of the things I'm the most proudest of with the Booster Club was the fundraising that we've done through the years. We've always done some sort of fundraising. The most popular one we do is for the Tomorrow Fund. Every year we do a fundraiser, a pool tournament, and we raise anywhere from $800 to $1,000 every year on at that pool tournament. That we make a donation to what's called the Tomorrow Fund, which is a local charitable organization that helps parents with kids that are suffering from cancer, helps them alleviate some of the costs when they're staying here with their child. They don't have to worry about paying for hotels and food and all that stuff. That's what they do with those funds that we help donate to. So it's an extremely well worthy cause. Everybody gets behind it, and that's one of the things that I'm the most proud of with this Booster Club, and the fact that it was a place for so many years that like-minded Raider fans could get together and spend a Sunday afternoon watching a football game. You know, a sport. Some people play for free. Okay, I played semi-pro ball. I played for free. Okay, and went out there and busted my ass for free. Some people get paid millions of dollars, and we go and watch this for entertainment purposes. It's a sport. Everybody gets together. You have a good time. You cheer on a team, and you have camaraderie. You have friends that you've developed. I've got friends that I've had from this club now for 18 plus years, that if it wasn't for the Raiders, I would have never met these guys or these ladies that are part of the club. I never would have met these people. So it consumes a big part of my life. So some things will never change. I will still be friends with a majority, if not all, of the people that are still in the club. I have no ill will towards the club. I have no ill wills toward anybody in the club. I hope for them to have further success and they continue on. I don't want to see the club fail. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's able to continue and grow and move on. But that's out of my control now. I'm fortunate. I'm still a member. I'm still going to be a member of the club. I'm just not going to be in the capacity of being the president. It's just that weight lifted off my shoulders now, and I can enjoy what I'm doing. And what I really enjoy doing is doing this. I enjoy entertaining you as my followers, my subscribers, my friends that I've made out of this. Like, I see some of you guys in the chat. I know I haven't really been paying attention to the chat. This was just my chance to look into the camera and not be staring at the right monitor so I can read the screen, because my eyes are old and bad and I can't see it on this monitor because it's so small and far away. For me to actually sit here and talk to you as my supporters and people that have been there from the start. Sacktown Mike was one of the first ones that I actually interacted with. And, he's still here to this day with me, and I appreciate him. He was the first wrench I gave out with the Sacktown Mike. You know, Jack Kennett, him and I hit it off from the get go. I met Leo on a Friday night. Actually, I met Leo through one of our club members, Kevin, one of our former treasurers from years ago. Happened to be in Las Vegas and met Leo at the open practice that they had inside Allegiant Stadium. And he's got video of him walking with Kevin, and Kevin's got one of the gray New England Raider Booster Club um, t-shirts on, and he's got him on video on one of his episodes that he did. So that's how I kind of got in touch with Leo, because that information was given to someone else in the club. I reached out to Leo, and Leo and I have hit it off from the get-go, and I owe so much to Leo. What he allowed me to get in on at the beginning of my YouTube experience doing this format and doing live shows. He has no idea how much of an impact he's had on me and getting me involved with guys like Turf and Rundown and Jay and LV10. I one of the first guys I met doing stuff, and this group like Chris from Protect the Shield 805. I've grown to know these guys and feel like I'm friends with them through this YouTube. Never, even though we've never personally met other than like this on camera talking to each other, you know, I feel as though it's a genuine friendship. This has been an exciting moment for me doing this YouTube stuff. I absolutely love doing this. You know, so when someone tells you you can't do something, or you've got that nervousness in you that you don't think you can do camera stuff. I had that at the beginning of all this. I was, people would tell me like, "You're crazy to do that. That's stupid. That's stupid. It doesn't make sense. Why the hell would you do that?" Well, for one, I'm a passionate Raiders fan. I have been since I was 6 years old. So I've got this thing in me that I want to get out and share with like-minded Raider fans. And here I am on the East Coast. I'm as far away removed from the Raiders, whether they were in Oakland, Vegas, LA, as just about anybody else can be in the continental United States. So you can't get much further east than where I am. And to be that far away from the Raiders and feel like I have that much of an impact. And it shows on how fast my channel grew and how fast people latched on to me and then stuck with me through all this. LV Raider 10 is another one that I chalk a lot of what I've done so far up to him. I just happened to be searching on YouTube, looking over videos, and I came across him. And I'm watching this kid, and I'm like, this kid's pretty good. I'm watching some of his stuff, at Allegiant, talking to fans and everything, doing the interviews. I'm like, I kind of like this setup he's doing. And I was so new to it, I didn't fucking have a clue. So I got his info and I reached out to him, and then we started chit chatting back and forth. I think it was on Instagram, and then we exchanged phone numbers. And I called him and I said, "Hey, so what do you think about doing like a collaboration between the two of us? There's so many good things to do here with this, because it's the not only the East Coast, West Coast, which then that's when we came up with the coast to coast, but it's also that huge age gap. I mean, he's younger than my son, so he could be my son basically. So there's such a big age gap. So you've got in one show, you've got the older generation Raider fan, and then you got that newer generation Raider fan. And I think that's why him and I work so well together, because it's two totally different aspects, but we don't step on each other. It's a good mix. It's a great mix. And then I got approached by Leo about, he goes, "Hey, what do you think about doing, a Wednesday night show, like a four person panel show?" I'm like, "I'm in." I said, "What are you thinking?" I said, "Who else are you looking at?" And he mentioned Jay from Just Raiders Baby. And he goes, "We just need that fourth one." I said, "I got the guy." I said, "How about LV rated 10?" I said, "Check his stuff out." I said, "He's my Thursday night guy." Well, at the time we were on Wednesday nights. Leo forced us to Thursdays because he wanted Wednesdays. Bastard. I said, "Check out LB rated 10." I said, "He's my partner on the Coast to Coast show." I said, "I think he'd be a good fit with us too." And I'll tell you what, the four of us together, it was a little bumpy at start. I mean, you're feeling each other out. You never work together as a foursome like that. I think we got a great thing going on that show. And that channel's great. I have a blast on that show. You know, Nate and I obviously get along. Leo's a funny fucker. Him and I get along great. And yeah, Jay and I might come on screen, and it might look like we're bumping heads, but I'll tell you what, we're both as genuine as can be. I love all three of these guys. I love them like brothers. I have a blast doing shows with the three of them. It's fun. But that's what makes it a show, though, too. That's what makes it entertaining, is when if you have four guys up there all agreeing to everything, how fucking entertaining is that? It's boring as shit. Someone's always going to have a difference of opinion. And yeah, I call Jay out, and Jay calls me out. It's fun banter. We have a blast. It's a ton of fun. It might not look it sometimes, but I'm a grumpy old fuck anyway. So yeah, I have fun doing this stuff. My age difference between a lot of these guys is big. Which brings me to my next thing is one of the first interactions I got to be on camera was on Captain Jack's. I'm laying everything out today. So it was to be on Captain Jack's show. You know, I got on camera with him for the first time ever. Never did it before. I finally bit the bullet. I'm like, say, fuck it. I'm going to get on with this guy. He already knew about the club. So that was kind of an easy thing for me to kind of get in on with him to talk about. You know, that was my first experience getting on camera. The second one was after I had talked to Leo a couple of times already. He said, "Check out this show on Friday nights, the Turf and Rundown show." He goes, "For the first hour or so, they talk together or whoever else is on the panel with them. And then they open the show up and anybody can come in." And I said, "All right." So I started watching it. I had already done, a bit with Captain Jack. And I'm like, all right. So I'm watching the Turf and Rundown. I'm like, if he posts a link, I'll think about it. And I sat here, I was like hesitant, and then boom, I did it. I jumped on, and it was Turf that was on there, Rundown was on there, Leo was on there, Chris Freitas was on there, and there was another one, Larry. I haven't seen him in a while, but Larry was on there too. Um, so it was like natural, just jumping into the conversation, and everything just flowed nicely. And that was my first interaction with Chris Freitas, which brings me to the next stage of all this. Um, Chris Freitas, him and I hit it off from the get go. I mean, I guess you would say we're two old OGs when it comes to Raiders fans. Been there, done that, been there, seen that. Granted, I never got the chance to go to Oakland or to LA. I haven't even been to fucking Vegas. I've only seen the Raiders play on the road. I've never seen them play at home. As long as I've been a Raiders fan, I know it's disgusting, it's sad, and I'm a dick. But the how do I want to word this? The rapport that Chris and I have together. What Nate and I have is special, but I think what Chris and I have is such a great mix. Take race out of the thing before anybody goes there. It's just we both understand each other. It's almost like we can finish each other's sentences in a way, because we've seen a few things in our lives. We've seen a few Raider things in our lives. We know things that a lot of fans don't know about the Raiders, and a lot of them, yeah, they may, but they may not remember. So, which is why we came up with the idea to do that Saturday night show, the Last Call podcast. The name still might need to be tweaked a bit. I think I'm not too sure on that name. I'll talk to him later. We'll figure that out. So we figured let's do a Saturday night show. Nobody's really on Saturday nights. Let's do a Saturday night show. We were going to do like a for an hour serious talk and then do a pull up type thing. But we decided we did that for the first show. It was like an introduction to get everybody to, come on board with it. But then we just figured, you know what, let's strictly keep it to just you and I. We did have Papa Rundown on there or Eternal Raider on there at first, but it's tough because we go on at such a weird time and he has work commitments and such. So it's mostly been Chris and myself for majority of the shows. But we do, because some of you in this channel I can see that don't really know the full story between the show on Saturday nights. We do nothing but Raider history. We don't talk about the current goings on with the team, um, and we do it in segments. So, like the first week we did it, we obviously you got to start at the top when you start talking Raider history. So we did the first show talking about Al Davis. Then we did head coaches, and we've gone through some of the rosters so far, like dirt by position. Last week, not this past Saturday, the Saturday before, we did offensive linemen. So we've already done the defense, so now we're on the offensive side. So it's like the 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 working together with Chris. It's fucking fun. I have a good time with Chris when we're on camera together. You know, we will do pull up shows. We haven't done one in a little bit because everything's been a little off kilter on my end, not Chris's. Um, but that's going to change now. Now that I've gotten rid of one commitment here, um, we would do pull up shows in the middle of the week, in the middle of the day, like out of nowhere, boom, 2 o'clock, bang, we come on. It's like you're not expecting it, but that's why people tell you put notifications on. You know, call the show "Get Off My Lawn." Okay, thanks, Leo. Hey, no questions, no comments. You stick over there in the chat right now. I will get to people in the chat. I apologize for not reaching. I know that's my forte is to really interact with the chat, but I just really needed to come on and just kind of lay everything out there as far as what's going on in my world, in the world of 401 Rated Jeff, and going forward where I see my vision on what I want to do. Um, so yeah, working with Chris has been an absolute blast. So that's not going to change. We're going to continue with that, and we're going to evolve that into other things going forward. I believe. Later, James. Thanks, brother. Thank you for stopping in. Um, so I feel fucking great today. Um, this is I can't remember the last time I felt this good. I feel like I'm smiling a little bit better. You know, there were 3 members of the club that I notified ahead of time of sending out that email to the board um, because I become really good friends with them. Both were former board members years ago. Have no issue. They're not part of any of what my verbiage on the letter said. Um, but they're 2 guys that I respect extremely. I respect a lot. One of them, Leo, is Kevin, the gentleman you met in Vegas that day. I reached out to Kevin this morning. I reached out to one of the original former vice president who I've known for fucking years, and one of the other gentlemen who was actually at one point secretary years ago, and been in the club. Actually, he joined the club I think right about the same time I did. So I've known him for over 18 years also. I reached out to the 3 of them because I wanted them to hear it from me first that I was stepping down. I didn't want them to hear it when they saw it on a Facebook post that I was going to put up. I gave them the respect of knowing ahead of time that this was happening today. So I've talked to 2 out of the 3 so far today. And actually, 2 of them, the 3 of us were conferenced in, and we had a good talk about everything, and they're completely behind me. Everybody that's reached out to me from the club so far, everybody's behind me. They understand why I did it, um, and they're happy that I'm doing it for my health issues and for peace of mind. That's the big thing. It's for this right here. It's for the peace of mind to let me get centered again and get back to what I like doing best, because it just hasn't been the same the last few weeks. And I feel as though it starts to affect what I do here with everybody. Um, so yeah, so they knew ahead of time. So um, someone else knew ahead of time, knew ahead of time a couple days ago, uh, was Leo, because I sent him a copy. I had this letter done up, I think by Saturday, I think is when I sent it to him. I sent Leo the letter because I wanted him to look at it and I wanted his take on it, and he thought it was worded perfectly. Um, so I appreciate you, Leo, for looking at it and giving me feedback on it. So, um, um, so other than Leo, the only one that knew this was coming um, was my VP, because obviously I wanted him to be aware that, hey, I'm stepping down and you're it, buddy. Um, so what he does from here, I don't know. It's up to the rest of the board to decide what they're going to do. Um, so wow, I spent 40 minutes talking about this. I feel good. I feel real good now that I've been able to, instead of typing responses in Facebook and in text messages and Facebook Messenger and everything else, to actually say the words and get it out there. Um, Chris, you're in the chat. I sent it to you earlier. Come on in, buddy. Hurry up. I don't have all day. Let's go. Chop, chop. Well, while we're waiting for Chris to get his shit together, I'm going to go back through the chat here because I've seen a few people pop in that I didn't get to say hi to before. So, Raider Nation, Jason, what's up, brother? Bueno, what's up? Um, let's see. LV10's here. We the people, what's up, buddy? Get back to what I like doing here, just interacting with the chat. LV's like my little brother, man. Love it. Yeah, dude, he's awesome. He actually, another thing he did. Oh, here's the man. Here's the man. Here's the myth. Here's the legend. Chris, what's up, buddy?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? Yeah, you know how awesome Nate is. I got to shout him out for this too. So not only did I send those cards with the QR code on it to Sacktown Mike, and he passed them out like crazy. From what I've heard from everybody, they said he was like a salesman passing out cards. And Mike, hats off to you, buddy. I appreciate you for doing what you did. I thank you 1,000 times over for that. I know I said it on the phone to you last night, but I want to say it out in public to everybody here that I thank you for that. But you know how cool LV Rated 10 is, a little shit. You know what he did? He's got a setup now where he can print out stickers. So he prints out stickers with his logo on it. He goes, "Hey, do you want me to print you out some with your QR code on it?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I said, "What are you gonna put them on?" He goes, "I'll figure something out." So I guess he gave him to Leo. I don't know what Leo did with him. Leo probably threw him in the trash for all.
He didn't do that. Hey, I'm gonna say this first of all. 3 things. Congratulations on your new grandson, OG.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations on that. Congratulations on you just getting rid of that stress in your life. We all saw it. Every time they called you, you like congratulations on getting rid of that stress.
Oh yeah.
You look a lot better. You look happier. Finally, now you're doing your own thing.
What's up, SoCal?
I just want to say those 2 things to you.
What's up, Joey? Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot coming from you. So it was weird this weekend being alone on Saturday night. I know Afakasi popped on for a while, but it was different. I was hoping. You did get on too, but you weren't on for too long.
Yeah.
You and Raider Nation. What were you guys in the? Were you guys in an Uber?
No, it's my truck. That's my pick.
It looked like you guys are sitting in the back seat. I thought you guys were holding hands or something at one point. I'm like, ooh.
Nah, Jason wouldn't grab my hand. I tried multiple times. He wouldn't grab my hand. So, Salute. Hey, one thing I got shout out right now. I already did on Instagram. Salute to Leo. Got the jersey I wanted. This is from Leo to your lives, man. Good job, brother. If you guys want a jersey or anything like that, a t-shirt, go to Leo. He has an Instagram account. Thank you, Leo.
Yeah, that's rocking. I like that thing.
Yeah, it's nice. Charge me like $500 because I have a podcast. So like 500, come on, man. No, you ain't charging that much. But yeah, shout out to Leo.
Yeah, so you know what, it was last week started off, you know, and then it got worse on Wednesday. Um, you know, but hey, shit. Even though I'm sitting in the ER Wednesday night, you know, I jumped on with the guys on the connection. I'm like, I can't let my guys down. I got to be there for Nate. Got to be there for Jay. Got to be there for Leo. You know, so when you see me on that show last Wednesday night, I was sitting in the emergency room that night. So I'm sure you could probably hear all the noise in the background. That's why I didn't stay on for the full show. I just couldn't have. I didn't want to do that to everybody listening to the show because it would have been goddamn loud as hell for, you know, an hour and a half. But yeah, I was still there. You know, I stayed on long enough to see that the schedule was released, who we were playing, and when. The biggest one I needed to know was the New England one, and that got answered pretty quickly. I mean, we kind of all heard the leak about it about an hour before the schedule came out that it was going to be that game. Um, so that's kind of all I stayed for. So that's why Friday night, when you and I got on Friday night, that's why I spent the time Friday night going through the schedule, because it was the only time I really got to sit down finally and seriously take a look at it and put some thought behind it. And also, it was nice Friday night getting back on a live where I could be in a relaxed environment and enjoy it, you know. And again, it's our Friday night thing, you know. You and I, you know, we have a good time on Friday nights. We
Oh,
make the
definitely.
best of it.
Well,
You
you
know,
know
I know
what?
you kind of had to bail a little early because you had to get up the next morning to drive to Bakersfield. I got it. You
But
know,
you know what? You know what? What happened to you last week was a sign that good things would come. Good things
yeah,
happen to those good people. I mean, like it was a sad situation. I felt bad. I heard about it, like, ah, damn it. But what happens? Everything turns around. Like I said, you look stressed. I mean, dude, I've been with chat for like almost 2 months now. I've never seen so like relieved. Relieved. You deserve it, my brother. You deserve it. Because you put
thank
the
you.
work in, you put the hard work, you hours and hours and hours. You needed that. And like I said, I'm happy for you.
Yeah. I'm glad that phase is over now. You know, I was so excited when December came, and I ran on opposed. I knew I was going to win it. Obviously, you know, I was so excited to take the club over and get a fresh start with fairly pretty much almost a whole new board for the most part, and move forward with things. And that didn't happen. You know, I tried my best, but when you've got majority of the board wanting to go this way, and then you got some pulling you this way, along with other people, you know, former board members and non-board members, pulling you in a different direction and just causing this division that is just awful. It's just was nasty. What's up, 805? It wasn't a good environment. It was a decision I had to make, and I didn't take it lightly. Trust me. Just something I've been brewing on for a while, and it finally, that was it. I had to make the choice, and I made the choice.
Yeah,
So
you only know at our age, I'm older than you, but at our age, we went through life stress, went through all that crap. We don't need that now. We want
no,
to enjoy. We want to enjoy everything what we got
I'm
left.
out there.
And don't tell how much time we get on this earth. And don't tell anybody. You could be
No, and
20
that's
years
just
old.
it.
You don't
It's
know
like,
what happened the next day. But
yeah,
to go through that stress, who needs that stress?
yeah.
You don't.
So no, I don't. So I want to ask a question in the chat. What do you guys think of? I know it's just possibly a temporary one for now, but what do you guys think of this logo? You guys
That's nice.
like it? You hate it? You love it?
That's nice.
Fuck it, it sucks. What do you
That's
guys
nice.
think?
It's
Because I
nice.
kind of like it.
I like it.
It's fitting. It's got the state of Rhode Island outline. It's got the 401, which is the Rhode Island. That's the entire state. The entire state is 401. So that tells you how small our fucking state is.
Oh,
that
that's
the
how big it
entire
is in
state
real
has
life.
one area code.
So this picture is raw accuracy. That's how big it is. Is that accurate?
Yeah, if you put your finger up to it, that's about the size of it in real life. So if you look at that map, if you look at the outline of the state, right? See where the opening between the two legs of the R, that top right corner, like that point corner right there. That's pretty much where I live in the state. The southern part, the bottom of it, that's the ocean. That's all beachfront right down there.
So that state look as big as a Costco's parking lot.
Look at Nate. Nate goes, I love it because I already changed the coast to coast logo. I had him do, well, I didn't have him. I sent it to him last night. I'm like, hey, I said, this is the new logo I'm gonna use. I'm like, can you at least, when you get a chance this week, there's no rush, as long as you get it done before Thursday.
Shout out to
'Cause
Nate. Shout out to Nate. Your next job is going to be a anchor or news report.
Chewy.
He did some massive interviews there, man. He did some great job. Nate, shout out to you, dude. You had everything set up. Your producer was there and all that, man. Shout out.
It was actually Rhode Island was Roger Williams, because he was up in Plymouth in the Pilgrim area, and they booted him out of there. So he made his way south from there, and he settled in Rhode Island. So that's why Roger Williams is a big deal in this state. He's like the kind of like the founder of Rhode Island, basically. And it was for religious reasons why he got booted out. Don't ask me the full history. I'd have to look it up. I know by name that's him. So.
I mean, shout out to everybody at Bakersfield. That's my first time going. 805, everybody, Leo. It was this. Jeff, I wish you could have been there with me, man.
I wish I could, because you know what? I spent
God.
about, at Sacktown Mike, I spent about 2.5 hours on the phone line. Well, I was texting with Jack because he hit me up last night. And so I was texting back and forth, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Give me 5 minutes. I'm going to take a piss and I'll call you. So I went out in the garage, shut the door, and I sat out there in my camping chair with my cigarettes, my iced coffee, and my phone. And I called them up, and we sat out there, I don't know, for almost like an hour and a half, 2 hours talking on the phone. But I not only did I talk to him on the phone, Sacktown Mike was there with him. So those two together are fucking hilarious.
Dude,
right?
yeah. Sacktown Mike in real life, it's an experience, dude. It's an experience.
Oh, I could tell just from last night. I mean, they were both off the wall. And then, of course, out of nowhere, we're sitting there talking. All of a sudden, I get a notification on my phone. I'm like, oh, fuck, Navman's on. Jack goes, Navman's on? I said, yeah, he just signed on now. So I bring up Navman show, and I'm listening, and he's got someone on. I don't know who this guy is.
Well, you know what? One thing about Sacktown, no, he's walking with a cane. I'm walking with a cane. You can see in some of the videos. I'm walking with a cane. And I thought we was going to, because we're the two can crew. But I looked around, Sacktown Mike's on the other side of the building. He's all over the place. I couldn't even find it. Like, where's Sacktown? I asked him, Kenneth, what's Sacktown? He's like, I don't know. And Jack Kenneth is taller than you think he is. He's like about 8 feet tall. And so I was like, look around for Sacktown. He was all over the place. But shout out to Sacktown Mike. He was out there.
Yeah, dude, last night was fucking. Look at Leo, two can crew.
That's what I call it, two can crew.
Be on the phone with the two of them, listen to them talk. I mean, they were like an old. Remember the old Odd Couple TV show?
What was that? I'm sorry, I was reading.
Remember the old Odd Couple TV show?
Yeah.
What's up, Dixon Cider?
What, Jack Klugman?
See, 805. I can say it. I don't have a problem saying Dixon Cider. Learn to say it.
805. 805 was awesome, man. 805 was awesome, man. Although I think the giveaway you had was rigged. I didn't get anything, but that's cool. No, it was fun. It was fun.
Jeff would have loved the AOC jerseys we gave me. How would I? They were only lodges. What the fuck are they going to fit? My arm? They ain't fitting in no lodge. I could cut it so I could just drape it over my neck, over my head, and just wear it like a fucking, like a towel.
So
I got one for you, Jeff.
Man,
But what were we saying? Oh yeah, the two of them together last night. Oh
it
my
was
god, on
nothing.
the phone, and then they both jumped on the live with Nav while I was still on the phone with them. But then I ended up hanging up with them and came back inside and got on the computer, and then I hit the chat, and I was just ripping on them big time because they were fucking hilarious.
Hold up.
Well,
Wait, I thought no, what's that? Oh, okay, no. Yeah, the bingo was rigged, man. We saw that coming. They called numbers twice in a row, like, yeah, it's rigged.
see, he can't even say it now. He just says DC's done. DC in the building. Man, I bet you probably would have said it about 30 times over Saturday night. I heard stories already about you. I got the lowdown last night on a lot of the shenanigans that went on this weekend.
805, let you know I said nothing.
No, Chris, this is the first time Chris and I. Oh no, it's not the first time. Well, we talked about it on 2 hours ago, but we talked nothing about Saturday.
No, we talking Saturday, but I said nothing. It didn't come out. I said nothing.
This fucker calls me in the middle of the afternoon Saturday. He's standing outside the building somewhere. He calls me on Instagram, and he's standing there like the way he's holding the phone. He's like looking around, and I couldn't hear a goddamn thing he was saying. All I could hear was about 1,000 sirens, whether they were cops or whatever, screaming by. So I just started yelling into the phone, Chris, they're fucking coming for you. Fucking
I'm gonna go.
Bang, the phone hangs up. I'm like, oh shit.
I was ready next day. So I said, man, we need to go take cover, man. I think they're coming after us.
I was like, oh my God. Look what the fuck's going on. I never heard from him until later on at night when I was on the live and him and Resignation Jason jumped on.
It was so much.
That was cool that you guys came on. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I felt like so left out. At one point I was on was it? Yeah, it was on Saturday night. When I was on Saturday night, Protect the Shield, Chris was in the chat. And I said, Chris, I think you and I are like the only two other than Navman are like the only ones that aren't at this goddamn show that we associate with, obviously Turf too, but I'm like, what the fuck? I said, I'm watching the camera from Gravy, and then what's up, Gravy? I'm watching the camera.
Me and Gravy go ahead. Me and Gravy did not argue when I got there. That's all we did is talk football, and I enjoyed smoking stogie with Gravy. That was one of the highlights of my day. Sitting there chatting with Gravy, smoking a stogie with him. That was fun.
Yeah, I actually heard you were actually singing. I heard you were doing some karaoke. That's what I heard.
No, I don't know where you got that from. I didn't sing anything.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to say this right now. Seeing as 805's in the channel, I got to give him a shout out because you know what, dude, you are fucking amazing. Because I watched. You ready for this? Oh, you don't think I'm not going to say what you think I'm going to say, Chris.
No, but I say he's amazing. But yeah, I agree with you on that.
He is amazing. But I will tell you this: I was watching the Gravy's channel, the Raider Nation Live, when they had the camera set up looking at the crowd. This fucker, not you, 805. Every time 805 was standing in front of their booth, right? I saw him turn and look where the camera was, and then purposely turn his back because he had his Real Talk Radio his shirt on with his info on the back, hyping his show. He kept turning his back towards the camera so you couldn't miss what it said on the back of his shirt. And I'm watching this. The first time he did it, I'm like, oh, hey, I was like, oh, cool, that's a nice shirt, right? Sleeveless, which I love sleeveless shirts. Hint, hint, I love sleeveless shirts. 4 or 5X. Anyone? Anyway, and then he walks by. Then he's back again, so he stops. He's talking to someone. Fucker does it again. I'm like, this son of a bitch. I said, he's just standing in front of the camera. He's using their camera to fucking plug his shit. I'm like, that's a smart motherfucker. I'm sitting there by myself watching this, laughing my ass off. I'm like, this is fucking great.
805 is
this is like fucking gold. Yeah,
805 is his own marketing department and promoter, so he did self-promoting. Good job, 805. Good job.
I was like, oh my God. I'm like, watch this. I said, And then I was telling Chris, I said, you got to make sure you bust his balls when you guys do your next show. You got to bring that up because I know
Right.
I'm not on the show and it's not going to come over the same in the chat. But now that I've got him in my chat and I'm on camera, I can say it. It's easier instead of typing this. So yeah, I saw you, you sneaky bastard. But I thought it was fucking great.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was funny.
hilarious, man.
Yeah, but
That
everybody
made
there,
me
man,
laugh.
everybody there was so freaking awesome, man. All everything they're just
Yeah.
awesome. Can't
Hold
wait to go
on,
next year.
yo. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Can I call you
805,
back in a
man.
few minutes? I'm in the middle of a
He was
live
all
show.
over the place. He was all over the place.
Is it ain't depressing? You cool?
And like Gravy said, Sacktown, man, he was more mobile than anybody else.
All
And he
right,
had
I gotta
he
go.
was out. You couldn't even find Sacktown at some
All right,
points.
later.
You're like, where's Sacktown Microwave? I don't know. He's out there. He's on
All
the
right, I
other
gotta
side
go.
of
The one's
the other
calling me
side of
out
the
too.
building. He's over here. He's over there. Jesus. No, it was no. I didn't see no karaoke guys. It was a few other guys. I got video of it, but I'm not gonna post it or not.
Good?
But
What's the matter?
um,
All right.
Peaches, man. Peaches at the bar. We were at the bar and Peaches from Lunatic. She was singing karaoke and the building got so mad that everybody wanted to sing because she turned it out. Peaches turned out the karaoke night. So shout out to Peaches, Lunatic Mike, you guys, Lunatic, you guys. She turned it out. Jeff, mute your mic.
Huh?
No, I was reading. You on Leo's channel, but I can't do anything. But yeah,
No karaoke. That's what I heard. I heard you were singing. That's what I
nah,
heard.
I was filming, but I was
No,
on
not
Peaches.
you.
Oh,
Not everything's about
wait,
you.
no, he was
Fuck,
805 was busy playing. He's busy being a pool shark out there, man. He was
You
playing
know,
pool.
I let you up on the podium here with me to spread some love, and now it's all about you.
Of course it is. But 805 was out there pool hustling. He was being a shark. He was playing pool. He was hustling people. I saw it. You can't deny it. Boy, speechless.
Fucking nervous on people. Jesus.
What?
Fucking swear. I
Well,
didn't even realize it.
biggest
Yeah,
show.
dude, it was just it.
Nah, get out of here,
man. It was fucking hilarious. Oh my god. So, also on Saturday night, I showed the replay of me trying the Vegemite from Friday night. Oh, and I played Afakasi yesterday. Before his shit crashed. I mean, his shit crashed big time. He was losing internet. It was everything just kept freezing. He was up 2-1. We had a special stipulation that if I could pull off 2 games, I wouldn't have to eat the Vegemite.
I'm not spilling.
But the one game I won, we did have a side bet going on. So Afakasi, if you're watching this, it's time, pal. Whoever won that game had to buy 5 memberships for the other. So I beat him. I actually beat him pretty decently too. I beat him, so I won the 5. I won the 5 subscribers. So I thought it was funny as shit. I'm like, I can't believe I beat him. And he played as the Raiders. I forget who I used. Oh, I think I used the Giants. Yeah, I had the Giants. So that was fun.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm not spilling the beans. I'm just saying what was happening there. There's nothing personal. It was had so much fun, man. I was so excited. So, with that being said, what happened in Bakersfield? Stayed in Bakersfield. Bakersfield's not that big to have anything have to stay there. So, like, what happened? Nothing.
That's like somebody saying what happened to Rhode Island stays in Rhode Island. God damn it. The census is too big for Rhode Island. Look at how small it is.
Exactly.
Can't even fit the 401 inside there.
It's not that big.
What's up, God family? What's up, man? 805 came to our room after the party. Super cool.
Oh, yeah. 805 was awesome, dude. He's an awesome guy. I'm glad to meet him in person, man. He is awesome.
Wins.
He is awesome.
We had plenty of combos of you passing by the camera, me and Europe, the commentary on the conversation we're having with no sound was hilarious. I didn't catch that. It's different when you don't play, Nate.
Oh, me passing the camera?
I tell you what, I'm not gonna lie. Just watching the video that Gravy and the guys had up, and watching everybody walking around and doing their thing, um, I was fucking jealous. I really was. I was like, God damn it! Why? I wish if I could have, I would have fucking loved to have been out there because you guys
Dude,
look like you had a blast. You
a
know?
blast. It's a blast.
No, I didn't, Rorschach. I got to scroll back. Sorry, I'm not. I'm not as attentive to the chat today as I usually am. I apologize. I'm in another dimension right now. So I'm gonna scroll back. It looks
805.
like a poster to Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh fuck you, man. So Captain Jeff Sparrow. Oh, you fucking cockbag. That's not funny. 805 was a camera hog.
I know you was.
I saw you walk by at one point. It's
He
like you
saw,
didn't notice the camera right away, and then you were like, you kind of like, oh, the camera, and you moved your head out of the way. I saw Sacktown Mike walk by. I saw Leo. The only problem is I only saw the top of Leo's head because the camera he was so short. Good thing I don't think he had the big hat on his head.
no, he didn't.
I saw Nate walk by. I saw Nate from about here up or here down. I think I don't know. I I saw I saw Leo's post on Instagram of him dancing with the glow sticks.
Oh, that's yeah. That was funny. That was fun.
No, don't start with that shit. God damn you, Navy vet. What's up, brother? Bob Oster and Davy Jones. God damn it. Thank you, Sacktown Mike. Now you know why she's not on camera with me. I gotta hide her. She's too pretty for me. So you're saying you scored outside your bracket? Damn, Jeff, did you lose your funny bone? No, I didn't lose my funny bone.
That's all good.
I'm doing the Penta walk with Noah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was doing that.
Well, I commented on that. I commented on his video. I said, "What was it? A midget convention?" Because everybody around him was the same height as him or shorter. Everybody behind him, if you look at them, they're all fucking little people. I'm like, what the fuck? What was it? The wide receiver room from the fucking Raiders out there from last
No,
season?
I have no comment to say about that because I ain't that tall neither. But no comment. But you know who is tall, man? I was surprised.
I'll tell you one thing I couldn't get over was the amount of fucking Max. Well, I should have. I'm not surprised. I guess the amount of Max Crosby jerseys. Holy fuck!
Yeah, I got one on now.
I saw. Oh, I know what I saw. The little toxicants. I know Jack. Nate. Jack was impressed with you. You saw that. I sent you the screenshot of what he said because um, Jack was walking in and he saw the 00. So he went over to like start talking to whoever it was, and the guy turns around and it's Nate wearing an auto jersey.
Yeah.
And then I sent that to Nate, and Nate goes, "He's fucking tall."
Yeah,
He goes,
yeah.
"I didn't realize he's that fucking." He's like 6'4", 6'5". I think he said is what Jack told me last night. I'm like, I never would have pegged him for that tall.
I didn't either. Jack is tall, like damn.
No, well, every time we see him on camera, he's always sitting down and everything, so you don't have anything to rate, figure the height.
Yeah.
You know. So somebody said you were too. How tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Oh shit, man, you're smaller than me.
Well, I told you I was 5'9". That's it. Look for the short guy, bald head with a cane. That was me. No, I'm 5'9". I'm not that tall.
Yeah, depending on where you go, that could be just about anybody.
Okay, well, Jack, when I was standing in line, I was talking with Jack walked up, and I'm on the curb, and he's on the street. I'm like, "Hey, Chris, Jack." He's like still taller than me. Like, God damn.
Yeah, that's what Nate said. He goes, "He's fucking tall, man. He's 6 foot." Yeah, Sacktown Mike is 6
on the
foot.
curb on the street, he's still taller than me. Like, ooh. But Jack, awesome, man. Jack Kennedy was awesome, dude. He was a nice guy.
Hey, Mike, I got to ask you a question. Did you make it in the house last night or did you sleep in this fucking patio furniture? Because that's how the last time I saw you last night is you were still sitting on the fucking chair before I shut down. All I know is I told him my last thing I said at Navman's show in the chat before I got off is I said, Mike, I said, just don't fall in the bushes trying to get in the house. Because he was fucking feeling it last night. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He was leaning over so far in the patio chair. I said, hey, good thing that chair's got arms, because other than that, he would have been on the fucking ground. He was leaning so hard. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like I said, you need a jersey. You need a jersey. Go talk to Leo. Instagram post. You got the Instagram, so shit, he'll hook you up.
So anybody that is still planning on coming out to New England for the Raider game, have no fear. There will still be a party. As far as in what aspect, up in the air right now. There'll be more news soon, hopefully. Mm-hmm. Hopefully soon, real soon. I'll just leave it at that for now. If you know, you know. We'll go with that.
Oh, that's right. By the way,
I broke enough news today.
Congrats to Nate. He won tickets to the Raiders Cowboys game.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Thank you. That's what I wanted to say. You lucky little bastard.
Yeah.
So those that don't know, LV Raider 10, while in Bakersfield, one. Yeah, I've already talked to him actually, Leo.
It was rigged.
LV Raider 10 won tickets to the Raiders Cowboys game. So now in the connection, it's a fight between the three of us who he's going to take. So I offered to carry Lee. I offered to carry Nate wherever he needs to go that day of the game. I'll put him on my back and carry him around like a little kid. Anywhere he needs to go, I'll carry you. I got you. So I don't know what the other two are offering, but that's my offer.
I don't know, man. And Nate's not a little guy, man. He's pretty hefty. Nate is built. He's built, so he could.
Dude,
he's
I'm
about
6 feet.
5
He's
inches
gonna
taller.
feel like
I'm
6 feet tall. He's gonna sit on my shoulders. He's gonna feel like a fucking giant.
If Nate was 5 inches taller, he could be a defensive lineman, dude. Dude's not small at all. I was shocked, like, whoa, this guy's built. So good luck carrying him.
Yeah, so congrats to Nate, man, because that's a big deal, man. That's a huge expense for a weekend if you think about it. Just the tickets alone, man. Damn.
Yeah, congratulations. Somebody said it was rigged. I said, I don't know about that.
Sacktown Mike, I slept on the trampoline. Just kidding. Jack set me up a bed on his couch. All right, good.
That's good.
Because Jack just disappeared. He goes, I'm going to bed. I got to go to work in the morning. And then he just fucking walked off. And he said to Mike, he goes, just make it in the house and don't kill yourself. I told him, I said, you better go in the house now before you get attacked by a bear in the middle of the night or a mountain lion. Yeah, I agree with Leo. Take your dad, man. For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Nate promised Noah they work together. So that's the most expensive ticket for the 2025 season. All the Raiders Cowboys.
Cowboys. Well, Cowboy family is pretty big, so you got to think about that.
Yeah, true. So you definitely won the right tickets, and if you had any aspiration to go to that game,
that's a game to go to. Because know me, I hate the Cowboys. Well, yeah, everybody but the Raiders, so I don't care who it is.
Fuck, what was I saying before that? Because I started saying something, and then you reminded me of the tickets. Shit. I don't remember now.
Yeah, it'll come to you. I was trying to give it to Noah. That's all. Give it to me. I'll take it. You forgot that quick?
Dude, I'm old. I have no memory.
I forgot what you just said.
I can't believe I can't remember what the hell it was. It was right there on the tip of my tongue, and then gone. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't post any pictures of my grandson yet. Gotta wait for them to post it. Can't put anything on Facebook. I can't even tell people on Facebook. Well, I think I can, but I can't post any pictures or anything. I do have pictures of me holding him though.
Yeah, we're gonna
Such
do
a
it this
little
year.
dude. He's tiny. He's only 7 pounds, 11 ounces. So his name is Oliver George LaFontaine. So I call him. I'm already calling him my little OG.
OG.
That's the nickname I'm giving him. I don't care. His mom and dad can get pissed at all they want. They can kiss my ass. That's what he's being called. He's being called my little OG.
That's what.
I said to my son, I said, well, he's going to be my little OG Raider fan. He goes, well, I'm going to let him decide what he wants. I'm like, you can let him decide what you want, but I'm going to brainwash him. I'll tell you that right now.
I was good to have some people I met there at the thing that's called me OG. I was like, why am I OG? Because of this? Jesus Christ. So,
It's the gray hair, man.
I guess so. Hey, what's up, OG? Like, what?
Da.
Nah.
Groove, you all right? You having a stroke? Chris, is he having a stroke? You just type da.
Baby look healthy, man. He looks fine to me. Out there, we were smoking stogies, talking. It was fine.
Dude, fucking Gabe singing was like trying to rap, and he was just so fucking faded watching it. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh, Gabe.
Oh my god! You know, at one point they had Jay sat down with them, and you couldn't hear a goddamn thing
Yeah,
uh,
Gabe would look good.
when they were trying to talk. When Jay was with them, even Jay came in Saturday night on the live with me, and I mean I could hear him kind of, but man, it was just so much
It,
background noise.
it was loud.
You know, I didn't bother telling him that. I'm like, I'm just gonna let him go. I'm not, you know,
It was
but
loud,
it
dude.
was so bad. It was so loud there. I could understand him somewhat, but he was kind of like distorted. So
Yeah, it was loud. I had to go
yeah, I
outside and
mean,
change my mind.
I saw a video of Gravy when you know when they had the camera showing on them, a Gravy up and walking around and everything. I mean, for going through what he went through, I mean, he looks pretty damn good to me from what I could see, and that's just the camera, you know.
When Gravy looked, you would never know he went what he went through. He looked at healthy, looked at nice, looked at strong, walking around talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would never know unless he tells you what happened
You
to
know,
him.
I'm curious what this event would have looked like if we didn't make any changes during the off season. You know, because everybody looks so fucking happy and having a blast. Yes,
Man,
Saturday. You know, I mean, I saw the video somebody put up of JPJ's mom and dad. She was the one in the skirt with the flip flops, right?
yeah, I'm gonna say something about that, but go ahead and finish your statement. I'm gonna say what happened. Go ahead.
Yeah. I saw that. So I mean, everybody looked like they had a blast. Everybody looked like they were, you know, it was such a fun time.
It
You know,
was.
then I saw the pictures of the cars outside, you know, with all the airbrushing on them and everything. Those are fucking sick rides, man. Holy shit, some of those. I mean, the amount of money and just the artwork alone and the paint jobs on those vehicles is fucking insane how much that shit must cost.
That
You
Camaro you
know?
saw, the guy was from Utah. He drove from Utah to the event in that car.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Leo, you know, based on how we finished last year, and if we would have done a different pick in the draft, if AP still would have been the coach, and you know, it just would have felt like the same blah blah bullshit. I mean, there's just so much hype and optimism with this season coming up that you know, how could you not be excited? I mean, everybody looks so fucking happy. I've never seen that many happy Raider fans in a long time. Let's put
Dude,
it that way.
yeah.
You know, so
So
I mean,
anyway,
every fucking game I've gone to for with the Raiders as a group, we've lost except for the one in Foxborough back in '94. You know, and we
so
always look miserable because we just lost.
I'm gonna tell
So
you
I haven't
about
been around
JBJ's.
happy Raider fans in a while.
Let me tell you about JBJ's parents. So I'm walking in. I'm leaving on my cane, and first I see was Ray Nation Jason. He was like, "Hey." So I walk up in line, talk to him, and the lady say, "Hey, this is my husband." Blah blah blah. I say, "Hey, how you doing?" I didn't know who they were at first, and then Jason said, "You know who that is?" I said, "Not really. That's JBJ's parents." Like what? Ray Nation Jason was in line with the JBJ's parents. Who was like, and I looked there again. Like, oh, now I recognize you. I saw you on the draft video. You know, so happy, and you know what? You're one of the nicest people in the world. They are so
That's what
freaking
I
nice.
hear.
They are so down to earth. They're not going like my son played for the Raiders. No, they were happy that they're part of the nation. I think they probably posted by now, but they was on the stage talking about it, and they were so happy. Nice people in the world, nicest. But they were,
Yeah, they seem really down to earth. I mean, for them to be there, with their son being a current player and being able to just mingle in with the fans like that. I mean, because obviously they're fans too. I mean, by default they're fans because their son's playing for the team. But I
right.
think they were fans prior to be honest with you, because he was a fan prior to. So I'm sure there's a good chance they were too. So they look like they were pretty chill to hang with. You know, so
And don't forget, check out Red Nation Jason's podcast on YouTube. He had a nice interview with him too, a very
what's
nice
up,
interview.
Twan?
So check them out. But yeah, they were awesome. And they're just walking around like normal, like this, like me and you walking around like we're just people. That's what they were. They weren't like I'm JPJ's parent, like I said, all hyped up about it. They were just like just fun, be around. Hey, what's up, Twan? The Angels beat the world champ. What?
Oh, I just got my notification that my
Oh,
shipment has arrived. That's fast, man. I joined the black hole on Friday, and it's already here. That's insane how fast that got here. Even Cisco, when I talked to him this morning, I said it's out for delivery today. He goes, "When did you join?" I said, "Friday." He goes, "Holy shit!"
man, that was
I said,
quick.
"He must have put it right out the next day." He goes, "That all the way across the country that fast?" Holy shit!
They
I
don't
didn't
mess
do any
around.
special shipping or anything. Oh, thanks. That's
They
awesome.
don't mess around, man. They're
So
big.
I'll have my Violator and Gorilla bobblehead soon. If I wasn't on right now, I'd be running outside to get it, but it's right outside that door there, so
Go get it.
I can. I don't
Go get
want
it.
to.
Oh man, you lazy.
You know
Just
what?
go.
I will. I'll be right back.
See, there it is.
Chris, Chris, you run the show.
I can't run nothing, man. I can't even run physically.
Hey, everybody, I'll be right back. So give me a minute. I'm
What's
gonna
up,
have a
Red?
cigarette while I'm out there.
Yeah, Sacktown, you're right. They were cool as hell. They were just awesome, man. They're like regular people to us, man. They were happy to be in a family. They were happy to be in the Raider Nation, and it was awesome, especially that interview on stage. If you watched the interview, I don't know who posted it yet, but you see JBJ's mom starting to cry how happy she was to be part of this nation. Like I said, welcome to the family. Also, I'm listening, but I'm driving to school. Raiders. My God, well, man, I tell you, if at next year or any event like that, go to a Raider Nation event, because this year seemed different. I didn't go last year, but from talking to people who have been there, they say it's different. It's a special vibe going on right now. We feel something's going to happen. I don't think we're going to have that oh my God season, like what the hell is going on anymore. I think we're going to have a special season. Like I said, even Alexander, the former Raider, was on stage. You know what he says? He said looking Raiders win 10 games. And he's the ex-player for the Raiders. He's the ex-receiver. He's looking forward to the Raiders thing as well as we are. He said, we're looking at 10-win season. I'm all for that. Jeremy Chin was up there. He said he's been a fan of the Raiders for a long time. Well, he's a fan of the Raider Nation more than not the Raiders, but the nation. He saw how big we are. He saw how passionate we are, and we are a passionate fan base. One of the most passionate fan base in the NFL. He said he loved that, and now he got a chance to experience that. He was there at the Bakersfield event, signing autographs, and just chilling. He's ready. So if he's passionate about the fan base, and he can't wait to get on the field so we can cheer his name. He can't wait to get on that field. To get a couple of picks, a couple of sacks, a couple of anything else he can do. What's that? The skull is better than Buccaneer Jeff. Don't get you saying Leo. But like I said, Leo, I want 5% of a promo, man, for selling jerseys, all right? Now I don't need anything from you, bro. I appreciate it. But Yeah, man. Great time. My Jeff getting his gear together, the Black Hole gear. And like a shout out to Jeff for getting rid of that stress in his life with the booster club, whatever was putting him through. He need to get away from that. Had for him. I can't control the chat. I'm not on the stage to do that. But anybody got any questions? Leo, Sacktown. And one thing about Sacktown, like I said earlier, man, dude with a cane was moving around so much he couldn't even find him. Amen. Driving to school. Good luck, man. Get you in school. America muscle. You guys ask some questions or whatever. Do something.
All right, I'm back
with his gear.
Look at this nice black box too. So we're gonna do a.
Did you want a pink box?
Unboxing.
Did you want a pink box or what?
Yeah. Open it with my Raider knife. A little icon on it.
Yeah, I got a Raider knife too. No, not Raider knife, but the unboxing episode. Hey, wait a minute, Jeff. Did you do your Dunkin' Donut promote? Because I came in late.
Yep.
Oh, I missed it. Oh.
Of course I did. I can't start a show without doing my Dunkin' Donuts promo. You know that. Come on. Ooh. Get the microphone up and out of the way here. My shirt.
Official.
I'll open that in a minute. My Black Hole patch and the pins.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look at this. I got the Black Hole Corona glasses. Holy shit.
What's it?
Like 2 little hand towels. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Let's see. That's just bubble wrap. That's bubble wrap. Yeah, boy. I got my Gorilla bobblehead. And my Violator bobblehead.
I'm jealous.
So let's take this box out of the way. I'm gonna open up the envelope that it came with. I'm gonna take these glasses off for now. Let me sit down and open this. All right. Hey, Dave. Comerica Muscle. That's my boy Dave. He's
going to school.
He's a fellow Black Hole member. Actually just joined the Booster Club in September last year. He hit me up last year during the summer. He found out about the club and someone got him my info and he got in touch with me. And dude, awesome dude right there. Shit, give me a second. This thing's fucking like super glued together. Holy Christ. All right, so and then it's official. The Black Hole official member. As of this 16th day of May 2025, we hereby certify that Jeff LaFontaine is an official member of the Black Hole fan club established in 1995, football's most notorious fans. Sweet.
Notorious, it's a word.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Now, hopefully the shirt fits. But you're not going to see me try that on right now. Not in front of you guys. Fuck no. I ain't taking my shirt off in front of you fuckers.
Well, we want to show, man. Come on. Make it R-rated.
Hell no. Hey,
Let's go.
you saw me in those fucking Raider.
Thumbs up. You will see
one.
Thumbs up. You will see Jet take his shirt off. Thumbs up.
Nope. Not happening. Not happening. All the super chats in the world and memberships and super stickers and all the other crap ain't worth fucking me taking my shirt off in front of you fuckers. Absolutely not.
I'll be right back.
Oh, what was I gonna say? God damn it, Chris. I was gonna say something too. Son of a bitch. Oh, yeah, you already saw me in a Raider onesie. You ain't seeing me in a fucking. I ain't taking my shirt off in front of you fuckers. So yeah, Dave, I did that already. At the start of this, which was about an hour and a half ago. I laid it all on the line with everybody, let them know what was going on and how I'm no longer the president of the club. And as you already know, you knew that ahead of time too. He's one of the ones that knew this was coming too. So there ain't no Rhode Island tan yet. Although I am putting bueno. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it, but I'm not taking my shirt off. I am half Portuguese, so I go in the sun for just a couple of hours and boom, I'm tan. I'm good for the summer. So I don't burn, which is good. Which is weird coming from a Frenchman, that I don't burn so easily. This is fucking pretty cool. Man, you don't get this for joining the Booster Club. Shit. Fucking pay for everything, man. This is exciting. I'm fucking stoked.
Well, you should be no stress now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, let me put this up so we can show it. Yep. $2 super chat from Bueno. And no, I am not taking it off. Nice try. Let's see. Oh, that's the front of the shirt. Nice. Let's show most of you guys already have all this shit. And then on the back. Let's see, did they send me the right size? Yep. It might not fit me right now, but I will. It's nice and soft, man. It's a good fucking material shirt, too. Shit. Yeah. No, this isn't Jason Downs' OnlyFans show where I'm taking my shit off in front of you fuckers. No way. Not happening. Sorry.
No, he shows his feet.
Please
man.
come again. Not today.
He shows his
Not
feet.
happening. I gotta put this somewhere so we don't get it fucked up. I'll put it right back in there. So, all right. So that was unboxing my presents. Shout out to my wife. She bought this for me as a birthday gift. So on Friday, she goes, because I was talking to Dave actually, and I said, I'm looking at the prices. I'm like, you know what? I said, there's this option, because there's 3 different options when you want to join the Black Hole. There's the first option is, I think it was like $55. Next one was like 124 or 140. That's the one I went with. I went with that one. She bought me that one for my birthday. So. Problem is, my birthday and her birthday are the same day, so now I gotta fucking find something for equal value, I guess. I'll give her a kiss. I'll take my shirt off for her. That'll be present enough for her, right? That sound good?
Not really. I'm just.
Jeff resigned his booster spot to do only shirts off.
I'm disappointed, man.
In what? What are you disappointed in?
Let me take his shirt off, man. Look at the show. We can make money off of it. But that's all right.
I'm not.
We're gonna be,
You
we're
know
gonna be
what?
with,
I mean, not for nothing.
we're gonna be
You're
with Jason
upset that
Downs.
I'm not taking my shirt off.
Hey, we're gonna be with Jason
That's a
Downs.
little.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, there's three sub things. You get the $59.95 one, the $129, and the $600 one. So
I tell you, that $500 one's not bad if you look at not for maybe later or something type of thing, but obviously you join once and that's it, you're good. But
yeah,
I couldn't do it. I mean, that fucking jacket's fucking sharp, man. I'd fucking love to have that jacket.
that jacket is nice. I think I saw a few of those there too. Like, woo. Yeah, see, closest to me is Bakersfield, so I guess I'll join that booster because that's the closest one to me.
Is it?
Yeah, they got one in LA, and that's a little too far. But yeah.
So my Gorilla bobblehead. No, not bueno. Another $2 will not change my mind.
You're still trying, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Tell
You get an A for effort shirt, but a no for not showing my titties.
Well, change your mind. You might get demonetized for it anyway. So
yeah, no shit. They'd be like indecent exposure. No. Just after I get my channel monetized, like a couple of months ago, it'll be fucking pulled down. Like
Rock said, "This ain't charbait."
How about $4.99?
Calm down.
What is this? Slowly turning into a fucking auction now?
No, he thought that
Here $4.99. Who's got 5? Who's got 10? Who's got 10?
No, Rock said this ain't a chatterbait. Y'all calm down, folks. Yeah, pay for the webcam. Say no, I'm good. People say I'll give you $10. You take your sleeve off. Every man has a price.
No. So this is great. This is like a nice little unboxing. This is fun. Oh, I just saw your post. Sign her up. Hell no. I'm not spending $140. My love and admiration for my wife should be payment a present enough for her. She loves me that much.
There you
go. She tolerates me. We re-signed Carl Nason? When was that? Today? Had to be today.
I didn't see anything there.
And I was probably making a ton of noise on my fucking.
Well, like Pete Carroll said in the interview after the draft, he said we ain't done yet, and they ain't not done yet. They're still doing things.
Definitely not. That's for sure.
No, and you guys see the dates for the preseason game. August 7th is here at Vegas. The 49er games in Frisco and the Cardinals games at home. So we got 2 home preseason games.
Hey, you know what? This is actually kind of fitting being in New England with the bobblehead doll because it comes wrapped in styrofoam around the neck to make sure the head doesn't bust, but looks like a winter scarf on his neck. So that's fitting here in New England.
Sacktown, I'm not fooling anybody. I was moving around, but you were faster than me. So don't get out of here with that. I couldn't find you half the time.
You guys should have had a fucking cane race.
Oh, Sacktown he'd have beat me hands down. He got me hands down.
Dixon, save the titties for the Niner fans. Rorschach said, "Not bueno. It's going to take $9.99." Nope.
I love the chat. I love the chat.
I'm a hua, but I'm not that cheap of a hua.
All right. $99.99, hands down. Yeah, so here, there you
go. I gotta reach back out to him too.
Yeah.
I gotta actually reach out to him.
Tyler, yeah.
I want to get him on a show with us on Saturday night.
Did you get to share?
I mean, I talk to him all the time on Facebook and Instagram. So I want to see if I can get him on. I can confirm right now with the game coming up this fall. A certain Black Hole member is coming to the game, and we'll be crashing here at my house, Captain Jack.
Nice.
So the captain's going to be driving up here actually, so he's going to be staying here with me. I think he's going to be here by like Thursday and probably stay until Tuesday. I got to look at the schedule for the Red Sox too. I got to see where they're playing that weekend, if they're home or if they're away, because he wants to get to Boston for a game. So we'll see there. Later, Dave. Yeah, we're going to be getting off soon here. We're almost at the 2-hour mark now.
Post that schedule. I probably know right now. Just put it up there so you just see it. That's a preseason schedule. That's what we're doing in preseason. Too bad the 49ers not. Too bad 49ers not coming here so we can beat them up.
Fuck them. That always turns into a shit show anyway with the fans, basically. Although probably not so much now. Maybe, I don't know. Although it doesn't say where it is, right? It doesn't say if it's in Vegas or San Fran.
Yeah, it says. Oh, it don't say it. I thought it did. It just says 3 games of dates.
Because I think if it's going to be in San Fran, you're going to have the Oakland fans that are still living in Oakland showing up, and that could end up being a complete shit show with the fans. You know how those two teams' fans base are with each other.
We at Seattle, 49ers are at home with us, and then we're at the Cardinals. It does show. It sucks.
Okay.
No, it says home.
You okay?
Yeah.
This is Seattle away, 49ers here, and then we go to Phoenix, Arizona. So we got the one home game. I thought we had 2. We had 1. No, I'm looking at it right now, Twan. 49ers are here.
Oh, they're going to Vegas?
Yeah, it's right here. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, they're coming to Vegas, get beat up.
Twan saying 49ers away.
Nah, it's here.
Later, Rorschach. Thanks for checking in, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
So we're gonna I'm gonna cut this now.
That's cool.
What's up, Low Dog?
Hey, Low Dog.
So we've been on for almost 2 hours now. So I got some shit I need to finish doing today. So this was my coming out party to say. So you got anything you want to add, Chris, before we end this little round table 2-man?
Like I said, congratulations on 2 things that happened to you this weekend. Congratulations on all that. Oh, actually 3 now. Becoming a member of the Black Hole. So 3 things. Congratulations on that. You needed that. All that stress you was going through and all that. Doing these lives with us, man. It's awesome. And thanks for the comment earlier. I heard it. And I do enjoy doing shows with Jeff because when on turf, we hit it right off, man. Hit it right off. Doing this for. But anyway. So that's all I gotta say. Stay tuned. I'll be doing it later on the day or not tonight. So stay tuned for that. Hit notifications, subscribe. I'm done.
So, all right. I am going to kick you off, or you can leave on your own. I want to close out by
Bye.
myself. So, see you, Chris. Thanks for coming on, buddy. And
Yeah, no problem,
I'll be on
guys. See you
another
guys.
point this week.
Go Raiders.
Later, bud. All right. So it's just me now. So I am going to say my farewells to you guys today for the day. And I'll be in touch. If I don't come on during the day tomorrow, I may come on tomorrow. If I come on tomorrow, it'll be with Chris. It'll definitely be a joint show. Um, if I don't, for whatever reason, come on, I will see you guys Wednesday night on the Raider Connection, along with LV Raider 10, Just Raiders Baby, and Cheeto Linus for a normal Wednesday night show, 10 o'clock Eastern time and 7 o'clock Pacific. So keep an eye out for that. Thursday night, it's myself and Nate on Raiders Coast to Coast, same time frame, 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 o'clock Pacific time. And then Friday night, the Friday night pull-up show, if Turf is back, he may or may not be. I'm not sure yet. I did talk to him over the weekend. So it looks like he may be coming back fairly soon, whether it's this week or next. Not 100% positive. So until next time, everybody, thank you for being here all for the last hour and 48 minutes. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for all the positive feedback and words that I got from you guys today. And to everybody out there that might be watching that know about what happened in Facebook and everything with me stepping down is last time I'm going to say this right now. So people that just joined, I stepped down today officially as the president of the New England Raider Booster Club. So until next time, everybody, stay safe and go Raiders.